Hello everyone, welcome to a review of the Toxikk Early Access Beta that is launched on Steam January 22nd, 2015. I'm going to be giving you some of my first impressions, how I like the game, what I think of it in the current progress. I'll be showing a little bit of gameplay right now as I ramble along and basically tell you how I feel about it so far. First of all, I'm absolutely garbage at this game, so the clips I am showing you is sadly some of my better ones, so forgive the lack of skill level. It's been a long time since I've gotten into an arena shooter like this. But first off, I really like the game right now. I'm kind of impressed actually just how polished it is in its current state, even though obviously there's one map and 2 game modes. But it feels, as far as the core elements, it feels more finished than some AAA titles that have come out, which I think is a kind of a sad state of the industry overall. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've gotten a little bit better, but I've put a couple hours into it, just messing around, and I've had a lot of fun. So like I said, I'm not good whatsoever. I'll be covering a few things in this video. I'll have a section where I go over all the I'll go into like a private match and go over what all the weapons are, what they do, strengths, weaknesses, that sort of thing. I'll be showing the settings, graphical settings the game has. I won't be showing what they look like. I'm running a GTX 970, so I just have it maxed out and frame capped, so pretty much anything that with a dedicated GPU can about run this game at some playable way. My measly little laptop I just tested it on, and at like 768 resolution it works just fine. So if you have anything above integrated graphics, I would say you could probably run this, so that's not really an issue. I'll also be showing some of the other features, like how you can ghost servers and that sort of thing. And then at the end, I guess I'll just continue rambling and say what I like about the game, what I don't like, and show off some of my better clips, unfortunately. But as you can see, this is a really cool art style. I really like it. It's you can definitely tell it's Unreal 3, but that engine it's aged well, I gotta say. I thought they were using 4 at first, but apparently it's still 3. God, I'm so bad with this pistol. I'll get into my gripes with that later. But I really like the studio that's behind it. They seem to be really dedicated to the project, and like I said, they've released a game that works better than a lot of freaking AAA titles that have come out of late. So I gotta give them credit for that. Man, I'm just not good at this. This is kind of painful to watch. I've since learned to I'll go over it later in the mouse part of the settings to turn acceleration off, because I was a dumb and didn't before, and that's helped me a little bit. Also, forgive me for opening up the I hit tab to look at the scoreboard. Guess what? There's not a scoreboard. It opens up the command line instead of like normally Lambda would. So you'll be seeing a lot of that, so forgive that. Okay. So now I'll be showing off I guess the graphical and audio options and that sort of thing. As you see, we got, controls, mouse, video, audio. I'll be showing video. The resolution goes all the way up to 4K. I think I can run it at that. It's not very demanding, but I keep it at 1080 for this video. I think I have it at like 1527 when I normally play. Goes all the way down to 640 by 480 if you absolutely just want to play this on a toaster, I guess. Now, as far as any other support for like 16 by 10 monitors, I don't know. I've heard people that had trouble with 1920 by 1200, some people that didn't, so good luck with that. I don't know how that'll work. As you can see, pretty much normal stuff. I don't even know how to say that. Achromatism, maybe? It's basically, I had to look that up. Apparently it's where a lens incorrectly shows like the colors. It just makes it look like you're looking through like a camera lens. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not necessary, but field of view, it only goes down to 70 up to 120 for you Quake Pro freaks out there. I play with about 100 now. Max FPS, I think it goes to like 240 something. Plenty of room for you 144 hertz users, which is really nice. I keep mine capped around 72. I think it's a good buffer zone for 60 hertz users. Not encountered any screen tearing with that, so I think overall pretty good list of settings, and as you can see, a lot of AA options. Mouse, you got your general stuff. I did like that you can add a different exponent to acceleration, even though I'm not using it because I'm just terrible at it. But pretty standard stuff. Besides that, I don't think there's controller support yet. I hear that there's going to be. I don't know why you would want to play with one unless you have a disability or something, but there's that. I've changed some of the controls. Crouch was originally C for me, I think. I've changed it to control, and I think walk was originally control, which I've changed to alt. But normal standard keyboard bindings. Yeah, that's pretty much that. If you played any PC game before, there's minimal customization right now. I mean, it's functional. It's good enough. You got color, two-tone color, basically like Halo Spartan customization. You got a glow, which is your lights. A lot of cool-looking camouflage. My super mature Diddler armor tag there, and clan tag, country. I think they said that later on in the later stages of beta in the finished game they'll add different armor sets, and that's what you'll get for leveling up, because right now, I mean, levels are, I don't really think they mean a whole lot. It's just how much you played. I'd like a skill-based system better myself. But yeah, I mean, there's enough to make you look, you know, differentiate yourself a little bit. And details and achievements just goes to your Steam profile, so I won't be showing that. And multiplayer, obviously how you join a multiplayer game. Boot Camp, I really like. It's a you fight bots. I don't think too many games include this feature, and I think they really should. They go from ridiculous to godlike skill. I've not played godlike because I'm kind of afraid, to be honest. You can change the you know, how many you're playing as, and I think I go into just a one player in a moment to show off the weapons. You actually can level up playing this bot mode. If you're playing experience and above, I think that's fair, personally. Otherwise, not really, but you know. Okay, so I believe here I'll be showing off the weapons that are on this map. They're on the one map. I think there's more in the game other than this. Eventually, there will be at least. You start off with this pistol, the Raven. I'm not good with it. I'm sure it's you know, it'll get the job done, but it has a single fire and 3-round burst for its alt, infinite ammo, so that's a good spawn weapon, I guess. This is the Stingray. It's like a energy assault rifle, I guess I have to say. The alternate fire does this beam attack, which you can one-shot headshot with, and I've got a couple of those. That's my workhorse weapon, basically. This is the Violator assault rifle, normal full auto assault rifle, but the alternate attack is a grenade. It's pretty good too. Falcon, holy shit, is this gun hard to use, but the people that can use it are insane with it. But it's a really good sniper rifle, one hit headshot, I think 2 to the body. It's really hard to use if people are moving, but I mean, what do you expect? Okay, if I could fucking switch to it. Alright, there's the shotgun in the game, the Bullcraft. If you, regular fire is 6 pellets, alternate is 12, or you expend 2 shells at the same time. Pretty good shotgun. This is the Cerberus, probably the most used weapon in the game. I'll be getting to that later, whether I think that's a good or bad thing. But standard rocket launcher, the alternate fire mode, I believe, locks onto vehicles, because I haven't been able to use it, and obviously there's no vehicle maps yet. And finally, this is the Dragoneer flamethrower. You know, normal flames, you can absolutely kill yourself with that. I've done it a couple times. But then if you hold right trigger, or not right trigger, right mouse button, it'll do the alt, which is like a charge attack. So that's all the weapons in the game. I'll be showing server load, that sort of thing. I'm in the eastern US, and a lot of these servers have high ping, even though I'm on 50 megabit internet, so I can only assume a lot of these are foreign. So, you know, if you run into that, I mean, that's just something to expect, I guess, for now. There are quite a few servers for being early access, but as I show you here, even on a full server, you can go sit and spectate it, and I think this can be really useful if you just want to look at, you know, the map flow, or you know, that sort of thing. And or if you just want to sit back and watch people better than you duke it out, it's pretty cool. So I personally like that feature pretty well. But as far as the servers go, most of them are pretty solid. Once you're in, I've not experienced any input lag. I've not been kicked for any stupid reason. Not been disconnected at all, actually. So the servers are really stable once you can get into them. As you can see, I'm an idiot and I keep typing shit in. Okay, so here I'll be showing some of my gameplay clips, and I'll be getting into what I think about the game so far, if I can pull up my notes here. But my first impressions of this game, overall, I really like where it's at right now. Right now it's on sale for like $17 and some change. I was expecting to pay $20, but for the core gameplay value for that, I'm happy with. I would have happily paid $20 and this be the finished product. Like I said, it's honestly more polished gameplay than a lot of than AAA titles that have come out, and it has that very. I haven't played Unreal Tournament in so long, but it has that same feel where it's like it's easy to learn but hard to master, and I really like those kind of games. I would even go as far to say like Titanfall is one of those, even though it's a completely different game. But I could see myself putting hundreds of hours into this, just getting incrementally better, and I really like that. I love the movement in this game. I didn't really get a whole lot into it with these shifts and double jumps and whatnot. Reakktor has a really good video on that. If you are interested in it, check that out. I may even link it in the description. Like I said, I'm not reviewing that, but I very much like the movement. I honestly think the speed could use to be a little bit faster. I think that's a general consensus, but for now, for this map, it works, and that's why I'm holding my opinions until I play more maps on that. Like I said, server stability is really good. I love the bot mode. I think a lot more games should implement that. It's pretty sad that, honestly, I think only AAA shooters that are doing bots is Call of Duty, and that's pretty sad if you ask me. But I don't know about leveling up against bots. I don't know what I think about that, but like I said, that'll probably be rendered obsolete by the time the full game comes out anyway. What I don't like with every early access, there has to be some criticism, because that's kind of what the developers want, is player input. I mentioned the pistol earlier. I don't know whether I love it or hate it. It's kind of weird. I'm not saying it's a bad gun, and honestly, it's pretty skill based. I mean, it's kind of slow to shoot. Personally, I would have liked it better if it was lower damage and they just let you shoot as fast as the trigger pulled. I don't know if that would have introduced balance issues or whatnot, so I'm sure there's a reason that it is the way it is. But it made me think, I wonder if it would be better to spawn with the Violator, or maybe another SMG weapon or something besides the pistol. There are a lot of weapons on maps, so you'll pretty much pick one up instantaneously anyway, but it was just a thought, and I don't know. Like I said, I have to play it more, play different maps to, truly judge whether that's a good thing or bad thing. It's not overpowered like, the Halo 1 pistol or something ridiculous like that, so I'm not complaining it's, it's an overused weapon or anything. In fact, it's probably the least used, but I haven't felt that it really meshes with the rest of the weapons, and I think it could use some tweaking. I think the biggest thing I worry about this game is the rockets. They spawn, as far as I can tell, as fast as any other weapons, and they are no doubt the most used weapon in the game. I guarantee you at least 60 to 70% of my deaths are from the rockets, and I think they're as powerful as they should be. They are not huge radius damage wise. You pretty much have to hit them right in front of them or a direct impact to kill them quickly with a couple rounds. But it seems like it's like within 3 minutes of the game, everyone is running around with rockets, and like I said, this could be a map specific problem. I don't know, but I personally think the spawn time should be higher, and to force a little bit more competition around the automatic weapons in the early game. I would even like a tier system, like the automatic weapons be like first tier, the shotgun and or you could do it however you want. Like one of the automatics, one of the close range first tier, the other two for second tier, and then maybe sniper rifle and rockets for this third tier, and make them all like different spawn times, something like that. That would be, I think that would be something cool to look into. But like I said, I just don't want the rockets to just be the noob tube of this game, basically. But like I said, I don't think they're overpowered. It's just they're just so used. So I think that could be a potential problem. But maybe it's just on this map. Other thing to address, I don't think they can really implement it this early, as there's no true skill system. But I have seen team balance be an issue. I can tell you for a fact that in this recording, I did not win a single game. And I don't play the worst I've played on this game. I show off, like I said, a few of my good moments, some of my better ones. Some of them aren't great by any means, but I'm not doing absolute garbage, so I don't feel like you should be losing every single game. And obviously, we're getting newcomers on here every hour, so there's no telling who you're getting matched up with. But I think a team balance mechanism needs to happen pretty soon to make the squad assault game mode more enjoyable, because there's nothing worse than doing decently well, or really well. I'm first, second position. My KD's not good by any means, but nothing more frustrating than losing by 4 or 5 points, or a lot of the times on this game I lose by like 14, 15 points, which is a lot when you're talking about a 50 or 60 kill count. And it being because just you're matched up with people who just aren't familiar with the game. So I think that needs to be a state. Something happened with that. Another big thing, as far as I know, there is no anti-cheat methods for this yet. Now they're a bit of a controversy in themselves, because none of them work perfectly. Even Valve anti-cheat servers and Punkbuster, they have false positives, or a lot of people don't like them for the almost like DRM issues. But I think there does need to be something in here, because I am about 95% sure that I ran into an aimbot user last night, I believe. I have no proof. I reported him, but even when I was cloaked, he was using the Falcon sniper rifle. Even when I was cloaked and my teammates were cloaked, he was getting headshots every time. In the first couple, I was like, damn, this guy is really good with the sniper rifle. Maybe, I as bad as I am at this, I wasn't, so I wasn't exactly shocked. But, yeah, so, but I really think there needs to be some anti-cheat measure to make sure of it. Just, make sure there's no aimbot users like that. So if they could do that, that'd be good. Really the final issue I have with this game in this current state is the lack of maps. There's only one map right now. Like I said, for just testing out the core gameplay, it's not too bad, but I really don't see this map as a good team versus team. It's a pretty good free-for-all map, which is what I mostly play. But I read somewhere in the forums that someone said this would be a good 1v1 tournament map, and I agree, it really would be. So I can't wait to see more. So that if that puts you off from, if you were thinking about the early access, be warned that there is only one map if you're prone to getting bored of that sort of thing. But that's really the only issues I have with it at this point. So I guess bottom line, would I recommend this game? That's a big fat maybe. If you're an average Joe Schmo and you just want to play an arena game, some arena shooter, you got itch for that, at this current state, this is not your game yet. I would say definitely keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on where it progresses. Keep watching the reviews. If it gets to a point where you think it's developed enough and you want to give it a try, maybe. If you are want to be a supporter of Reakktor Studios and you're like me and really liked where the project was going, do your research first, and if you like it, go for it. This is probably, besides Minecraft, and I honestly would say, obviously you can't even compare them because it's on a whole different level, but as far as early access polish and playability, this is one of the best ones I've played. This isn't your DayZ or H1Z1 or your forest, or one of those where it's just you spawn with, there's 2 weapons on the map and there's 2 things you can do. This is, like I said, a simple game as is, but it has so much replayability value right now. I'm absolutely loving it. It's designed exclusively for PC, so like I said, I think this is an excellent start, and I can't wait to see where it's going. So, bottom line, if you want to see where this is, if you want to support where the team's going, I would drop money on it soon, because I think it's still on sale for like $17, $17.09, something like that. I think they'll raise it up to like 18 something. They originally talked about a $20 price point, but anywhere around there, it's absolutely worth it if you want to fund what the team's doing. And I honestly think this is in good hands. I'm liking where it's going. So yeah, hope you enjoy this review. Hope it swayed your opinion in some way. Word of advice: always be wary of early access games. I mean, I've seen so many people be burnt, and this one was one I was willing to take a gamble on, and I can already tell you, I think I've won. I've won the gamble. So if you're looking for a good arena shooter and you want to support the devs, I absolutely recommend it. Otherwise, I would just wait and keep a close watch on this game, because it's going to be something really cool later on. So sorry for the video ran longer than I'd hoped to, but that's okay. So if it was helpful, leave a comment. If you got a differing opinion on anything, or you have gripes or praises, leave them in the comments, and hopefully we'll be back with more Toxikk gameplay of some kind. So I'll see you later. Thanks.